All point of views expressed on Shop Talk 360 are solely the point of views of the individuals and do not represent any company, organization, or group. Shop Talk 360, the industry's dedicated platform for commercial design, construction, and facilities. With more than 25 years building for national retail brands, an award-winning and best-selling author, keynote speaker, industry coach, and event producer, here's our host of Shop Talk 360, Grace Daly.
Hey, Shop Talkers. I'm so stoked here in beautiful Seattle, Washington with Alan Lake. Alan Lake is the committee co-chair for DRI Veterans Outreach Program and also a retired colonel. Alan, thank you so much for joining me for this quick chat.
Thank you for having me.
Now, we've been on a whirlwind from yesterday to this morning, interviewing and chatting with folks for this program. I am so excited to be part of it. Why don't you share with our listeners a bit about the DRI Veteran Outreach Program?
So what this program is an opportunity for us in corporate America to build a bridge to have us as professionals in the business continuity and crisis management field to reach out to those in the military who have command and control experiences, artillery, or worked in a structure and a military structure and had to deal with the crisis response activities, whether it was in a unit control center or emergency operations center or out in the field or the air operations center. It doesn't make a difference. You all work in a team environment with decisions that have to be made in times of crisis. And so what we're trying to do is get those veterans who may not have thought of that activity that was so second nature to them as a career opportunity on the outside in corporate America. And how great is that to bring a skill set that you had in the military that is so richly needed in corporate America?
Absolutely. I had the honor and pleasure of interviewing Florence Moss, who is also a transitioning service member, and she informed me how absolutely delighted and inspired she was from having received her certification. I think she used the word hope, which is very inspiring because I know from earlier our chats and our interview you used a similar word as well too.
Hope it is, yes, because the reality is we're capable of so many great things being in the military, but once our time is done in the military, we jump into an area where perhaps corporate America is not hiring an artillery officer, but you know what? They might be hiring somebody who knows command and control and crisis response activity, and that is exactly what you can bring to the corporate fight, if you will, now that you're leaving the military fight. But honestly, what an opportunity for us to create this bridge. And we're hoping that it's so unique and so overwhelming that other certifying bodies, engineering, perhaps program management professionals, also offer up scholarships so that our military can take those courses, get certified, and get jobs in corporate America. And their resume would say, because they're in the military, because they have the certification, they are perfect for any company.
Absolutely. I mean, it's so important. You're really helping translate and build that bridge.
Right.
From military to corporate America.
Correct.
Okay.
And I tell you what, I look forward to the chance to have this program be so large and so amazingly great that that the U.S. Chamber of Commerce takes note of what we're doing, and the Department of Veteran Affairs and the Department of Labor, especially those who have to meet the VEVRA hiring requirements, can now find people who have that military background, hire them, meet their quotas that they need, and build their appropriate affirmative action plans, but at the same time, just help a veteran get him and her on their feet, and not just an any old job, but a job that really respects what they bring from their military experiences. So.
Okay, well, very, very exciting. Now, in typical Shop Talk 360 fashion, I'm going to ask one of my favorite questions, which is, if there is one word that best describes what this DRI Veterans Outreach Program means to you, what is your one word, Alan, and why?
So the one word is opportunity. And Napoleon said it best. He said, ability is nothing without opportunity. So what we're doing at DRI, the foundation and the Veterans Outreach Program, is we are creating that bridge of opportunity to bring that military/veteran, and I say it that way because we have people who are actually on active duty, and we don't technically call them veterans; they're just military. But we're building that bridge to bring them over into the land of possibility, into a future that helps them to take care of themselves and their family in a manner with great compassion for what they did in the military.
Okay. And as a retired colonel, now share with us a little bit about your background. How long were you in the military?
So I put in 25 years. I had a chance to do a lot of great things. I started very early on in my life in the military, in the command and control type of environment. And risk. And I was actually an air traffic controller for about 7 years when I first came in. So that's the epitome of risk and command and control right there. But doing a lot of different things. Ended up as a program manager, and then started another career area that kept moving me to great careers, running bases. And so as a base commander, I was also more like an engineering support leader. So we had a lot of activity associated with these buildings, and buildings that were built in the 40s coming down. Some of them had a lot of challenges that had to be mitigated before we could bring a building down because of the chemicals that were either in the ground around the building or inside of the walls. So we had a lot of great challenges with that. But also in that role, I was also the director of the EOC. I was also the member of the battle staff, which is the very top leadership. So if you can imagine, EOC is running the emergency as it occurs, the crisis as it occurs, and then at a higher level, there's battle staff, and they're working the interaction between the EOC and the higher commands and the outside agencies that we need to help us in our crisis response activity. Finally, I was also the on-call crisis commander for the U.S. Air Force in 2009. And that's what that is a go team that's ready to go anywhere in the U.S. If a Katrina hurricane would show up or if another 9/11 occurred, we would be boots on the ground. We'd be deployed almost instantly into the area, set up a base of operation, and start helping people and getting things under control and start figuring out exactly what needs to be done, pass that information back, and getting those supplies brought forward to help as many people as possible.
Wow. So it must have such deep personal meaning to you to be able to give back to your family, to your military family.
Military family, that's exactly what they are. We know we have each other's back. And too often we have people that just they did their time and they're proud of being a veteran, but we don't take care of them as good as we could. And this is one superb way of taking care of people. And if I could say it, it's kick-ass.
I love it. You can say that. It's kick-ass. There, I said that too. Alan Lake, thank you so much for your service to our country. Thank you so much for all your give back to our military family, the transitioning service members, our veterans. And I am just so, I've got to say, I am just so excited to be a part of this project. And I support you guys wholeheartedly. And let's continue to keep in touch and drive this forward.
Thank you. And thanks for having such a great podcast.
Oh, well, thank you. I'm sure we'll have you again soon.
Okay. Let me know when you need some passion in a story. I'll put it in there.
Definitely, especially with business continuity, which is what your current role is. Thank you so much, Alan.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining Shop Talk 360, real conversations in the commercial design, construction, and facilities industry. You can reach out to us at grace@gracedaily.com.